Hey. Wagwan, what y'all deal with? Yep. Cincinnati, we are having quite a bit of flooding. So everybody in this area and everywhere where you might be having flooding, tornadoes, y'all be careful because this spring is not playing with us, y'all. So I wanted to get into something that quite a few people have been talking about, and this has really been something that's caused a whole lot of debate and conversation around this particular topic, and it's getting pretty hot. That is, Karmelo Anthony is a 17-year-old who is said to have stabbed another 17-year-old, Austin Metcalf, at the Frisco Memorial High School on April 2nd, and he's being charged with first-degree murder. He's being held at $1 million bond right now.
Last Wednesday, 17-year-old Austin Metcalf was killed after he was stabbed in the chest during a fight with 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony over what was said to be a seating dispute in the bleachers. Anthony has since been charged with first-degree murder. And time will tell. In the meantime, I can tell you that Anthony remains in the Collin County Jail on that $1 million bond. The attorney says that amount is, quote, excessive and is looking to get it reduced.
A teenager accused of stabbing another student athlete at a track meet told officers as he was being taken into custody that he did it in self-defense.
Anthony opened his bag and reached inside and said to Metcalf, "Touch me and see what happens." Metcalf reportedly grabbed Anthony and told him to move. That's when Anthony pulled out a black knife and stabbed Metcalf in the chest once before running away. When Anthony was taken into custody by a Frisco police officer, Anthony reportedly confessed to the crime, saying, "He put his hands on me. I told him not to," adding that, "I was protecting myself," and then asked the police officer, "Is he going to be okay?"
Basically, Karmelo was being bullied by Austin and his twin brother Hunter, basically a couple of days before. They grabbed him up, grabbed his phone, broke his phone, all different type of stuff that happened. There was a lot of tension building because Karmelo was being bullied by Austin and his twin brother Hunter, a couple of days before. They had grabbed his stuff, grabbed his phone, broke his phone, and all different type of stuff. So the tension was already building there. So when they had their track meet, there was an altercation that took place. They said that Karmelo's coach gave him authority to go and check out the other tent to go talk to somebody there. The twins didn't want him there, so basically they grabbed him up and jumped him. Witnesses were saying that they saw him do this, and so Karmelo went in his bag and got a knife, and he stabbed Austin. That's where things are at right now. There's a lot of debate surrounding this, and a lot of them have to do with race. Basically, because Karmelo was black and because Austin was white, of course, there was a lot of racial tension surrounding this because, there are some white people who are saying that Karmelo should go down for life. And basically, you don't get self-defense, little black boy. We don't do that for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of tension going on surrounding that. And, there's a lot of propaganda really behind this and trying to, post up pictures of Karmelo with his airsoft rifle and try to make it seem like he's just, somebody who carries around a gun and, sharing some pictures off of his Instagram and stuff like that, trying to kind of build a case for him being a violent teenager or something like that. So there's a lot of information as far as that, and a lot of the white people are kind of in a rage because they're seeing that a lot of black people and other races of people, not even just black people, are basically saying y'all can see that he was being attacked, right? And so if he was being bullied by somebody, that may have been the justification for him carrying a knife. So there was a lot of information to unpack here. I do think that there may be some more facts that may come out as the case continues, but right now I think that this is one of the things that's adding a whole bunch of fuel to the racial fire right now. I feel like already we had the start of the Trump administration with the DEI thing, and then now everybody got amped up about the whole segregation thing, and now different stuff like this, the whole Nazi thing happened. And I think there's a lot of racial tension building, where it's coming from or who's the one that's kind of creating this or even just pushing it. I don't know. I do think these things are actually happening, but I think that there is kind of a narrative that's being pushed behind these things happening that's kind of making it be to where amping up, what is going on. And I think, to be honest with you, what it's going to cause, we still don't know, because, you know, what's going to happen as a response to it, we still don't know. What's going to happen as it relates to how white people feel about Karmelo if he gets off from this, or if he does end up getting self-defense, how mad are they going to be? What are they going to do when they get mad? You know, we really don't know. And so I think that we got to kind of look at a bigger picture. Everything warrants us to look at the bigger picture when something like this happens, because this is only one event, but there's a bigger agenda behind it, and we kind of have to see what really is going to be the bigger agenda behind it. But at the end of the day, this was not a situation that was a laughing matter. It was a sad situation, and whatever ends up happening as it relates to Karmelo, it will change his life forever. So we will be looking more into this. I'll try to see if I can grab some more information. I know that people are like in a ruckus, like, you know what I'm saying? And there even have been GoFundMe pages made. It's one of those blatant situations. You know, there was witnesses that said that they saw the twins jumping on him and everything like that. But of course, how often does self-defense really work for Black people, to be honest with you? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I know there's probably a whole lot to unpack with this particular subject, so let me know. All right? Go ahead and leave my social media information right here like I always do, so that you guys can go ahead and tell me what y'all think. I want y'all to check out all the other posts and things that I have on those pages, and let me know what y'all think about those too. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and put my YouTube information right here as well, so y'all can go ahead and subscribe to my channel and check out all the other videos that I have on there, and also be privy anytime that I do post another video. But in the meantime, in between time,